One of the things that we're doing at Spinal Kinetics is we're evolving the spinal injury space. So the spinal injury space in the United States is very interesting because spinal injuries cause the first, fourth, and sixth leading cause of chronic pain and disability. The first is lumbar spine injuries. The second is cervical spine injuries causing cervical pain, lumbar causing lumbar pain. And the sixth is headaches. And the most common reason for headaches is a cervical condition. So it generates the first, fourth, and sixth leading cause of chronic pain and disability in the world today. Now, unfortunately in the market, and this is something that the market does not want to address, I guess, or has not changed, and Spinal Kinetics will help drive this evolution as well, is that no chiropractor, no physical therapist, no medical doctor, no osteopath, no medical specialist has had any formalized education in their college curriculum on spinal injuries. Not one. Not one chiropractic college has it in their curriculum. In other words, you don't say, hey, we're going to take 8 weeks on spinal injuries, or here's our standard spinal injury course. It's not in Doctor of PT courses. It's not in medical schools. It's not, recently I just spoke to a neurosurgeon, no education in these injuries at all in any of their medical curriculum. Osteopathy colleges, it's not there. So it's no wonder these are the leading cause of chronic pain and disability, because there's no educational basis of it when the injuries themselves are highly simple. Now, one of the things that Spinal Kinetics is doing is we're evolving what's called excessive motion testing. We're taking it to a higher and higher and higher level. So its intra reliability is improved. Its ability to put out accurate testing is improved. Now, one of the biggest things that we take out is provider bias. So providers in the market today might be trying to do this testing themselves. And they will purchase softwares or software systems that may be may have some questions. If they're using these softwares and they're billing for these softwares should be FDA cleared. So that the software should have went through a process of being FDA cleared, or they should have good explanation for why they didn't go through that process. Because if you're billing for systems where it's not FDA cleared, it may be questionable. I personally would not do that. But the biggest situation that Spinal Kinetics took out was provider bias. See, for years I did, in my own private practice, I sent out to an unbiased independent third party. Now in those days, you could draw with pencil markers on the x-rays. That wasn't the most accurate way to do it, but you could do it that way. I opted not to do it that way. And I opted to always have it sent out to an unbiased independent service to do it, because I knew the results were so significant. See, in the results, with the results of a CRMA, you're grading the severity of the sprain, you're determining right away if you have a surgical level of injury, you're determining what level of impairment you have, you're determining if you have activity restrictions based on activity restriction guidelines that should kick in, of which if you're not using, you're putting the patient at risk. You're kicking in treatment guidelines to support your treatment. You know exactly where the facet condition is. You know with a higher degree of probability if there's a disc complication. And you have the main profile, the main injury that causes the most trouble in the mild traumatic brain injury space, which is the cervical profile. You're evaluating for that. So the findings are so significant. They drive everything you're going to do. They drive your care. They drive the amount of care. They drive your referrals. They drive if you're going to make a surgical referral. They drive if you're going to make a pain referral. They drive if you're going to make an MRI referral. The testing results are so powerful. They drive everything. You want them done in an unbiased, independent manner. You don't want somebody actually saying, well, did you manipulate the results? Did you place the points? No, I didn't place the points. In some cases, in some offices, believe it or not, non-professionals are placing the points. They're doing the studies in these offices with non-professionals. Now, we're evolving this testing procedure. We always have been. We're a leader in this testing procedure. We're evolving it, and we're also helping to clean it up. Because everyone should be able to rely on the results. And when you have an unbiased, independent company producing those results, you have a much higher level. Now, when we take it from that level and say, all right, great, we're going to evolve into AI. And the beautiful thing with AI is AI learns as it goes. It only gets better. Now, it doesn't replace the radiologist. The radiologists still have to oversee what the AI came up with as far as point placements or as far as anatomical marking placements and correct it if need be. But those corrections teaches the AI in the future how to get better and better, so lesser and lesser corrections are needed. And so if you have good x-rays, no corrections needed. The AIs today, our AI is very good at picking this stuff up, which means that you could actually run the same, the procedures become more standardized and they become evolved in the market. Now, the reason why I bring this up is, guess what? We have, one of the things that comes up a lot at Spinal Kinetics is providers will say, hey, I eyeballed for these conditions, and then if I think I see something, I send out to Spinal Kinetics. That is so 80s. What I mean by that is you can't see angular findings. That's 50% of your findings. So you can't see most of the translation findings. If you were at Spinal Kinetics, you were in our offices, you would hear all the stories that we hear of, oh my God, I couldn't believe how bad the condition was because I didn't see it. So down below, you're going to see a link where you can go, you can participate in our Can't Eyeball It campaign. We have a national campaign going on. And you'll see there's 8 sets of films down below. If you pick the level, you pick the set of films, the level of the motion unit, and whether it's an angular or translation finding and you get it right, basically you're in a drawing for 500 cash. Okay, now, the whole idea of this is this becomes, it's not a standard research study, but it certainly is a survey study to show, hey, we had 100, we had 200, we had 500, we had however many doctors do this, and these were the results. We had one, same chance as winning the lotto happened. Doctors, if you want to take your practices, or you want to elevate your understanding, or you want to elevate your reputation, or you want to elevate your prestige, you want to elevate your results, you want to elevate your ability to speak on these, you want to basically start to understand the non-disc ligament injury is perhaps the most important injury in the market today, and it needs to be appropriately tested for. And that's what we do at Spinal Kinetics. To help us with this project, just click the link below. Just take the survey. Take the survey, give it a shot, see what you come up with, and participate so that we can publish this test to show that you can't see these things. In my private practice, in my last 8 years, I tested every patient that was injured, every single one of them, with an unbiased, independent study, so that I could use the results to drive everything that I did. And it also helped me to navigate the medical legal because I was unbiased. It's like, okay, nobody can attack me for any bias here. If you want to talk to the company about did the test and their, the results and how they do it, great, talk to them. But this is what I see, and it correlates clinically with what I am actually seeing with the patient. So it's very, it easily clinically correlates. So doctors, again, help me out, help us out, take the test below. We won't even call it a test. Take the survey below and help us out. And if you're interested in what we do, look us up, thespinalkinetics.com, give us a call, establish an account, and let's get you testing today.